It's episode 90 and welcome to the Digital Marketing Masters podcast. I am Yolanda Rose, digital marketer, and every week I bring you easy, actionable tips, content and strategies that you can use to grow your business online almost immediately. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing on whichever podcasting app that you are listening on, and even link up with us on social media. It's Yolanda Rose again on Facebook, Yolanda Rose 7 on Instagram, Yolanda Rose on LinkedIn, and I'm on Snapchat as well. So say hello. So today on the show, we're drifting a bit. We are not covering digital media as we usually do, but I'm talking to you about how you can become smarter every week. And this is essential. As business owners, as marketers, we need to learn how to work smart and not really work hard. We need to keep our minds agile and sharp in order to react to the various situations that can creep up in our businesses and have a really in-depth understanding of whatever it is that is going on. In most cases, the ability to succeed is often determined by how smart we actually are. And with practice, anybody can increase their knowledge base, sharpen their intellect, and learn new skills. And today on the show, we're going to discuss a few ways to boost your cognitive skills and expand your mental capacity. So the first thing that you can do to basically increase your smartness, or how you can become a little smarter, is by reading every day. Well, the mind is a muscle, right? And the more you use it, the stronger it will become. Reading is an important element for developing our mind, as it's one of the basic ways we gain knowledge, even from the time we were in school. So through reading, you can discover new things, educate yourself on any topic, and it helps to develop your creative side by engaging your imagination. Words, both spoken and written, are the building blocks of our social existence. And through words, you can go anywhere in the world. So try every day to read at least one article for 10 minutes at the very least. I mean, reading a good old-fashioned book is king, actually. The feel of this leather-bound book in your hands, there's nothing like it. And that smell of that freshly printed paper, nothing can beat that. But if you can't get down to reading a book or can't commit to that time, at least read something digitally. 2, try and focus on understanding things at a far deeper level. And becoming smart is not just learning new things and taking in more information, but it comes from really deeply understanding a subject. The most successful people consistently outpace everyone else because they are quickly able to learn new skills, adapt their ways of thinking, and doing their tasks. Most people use a deep and meaningful knowledge of their world and a flexible mindset to understand problems and quickly come up with solutions. And deep understanding gives you a strong foundation in which to come up with solutions. Number 3, you need to be asking why, what, where, and when. Asking questions and seeking clarification in anything that you are trying to research or trying to uncover. Asking questions is the single most important factor in becoming smarter. Innovation always begins by asking questions. And I know it says curiosity killed the cat, but actually curiosity just makes you drive deeper and get those answers to the questions that you're looking for. And it's not really a matter of just asking questions. It's about going and searching for those insightful responses that tend to explore the unknown, that give validity on things that you might be thinking and not quite sure of yet. Number 4, you got to review the information that you have absorbed in any way. We recall new information crisply right after we've learned it. If you don't use that information soon after you've learned it, it will quickly fade from your mind. After a few days, you may only be able to recall little of what we initially learned. So in order to increase our ability to remember, we need to store this information in our long-term memory. And the best way to do this is to frequently review what we've learned until it's locked in our memory banks. And I'm a big podcast consumer. And one of the things I do is when I do listen to podcasts, I mean, I could be exercising or driving, but when I find that one podcast that is really dishing out value, I save it. I review it again. I sit with a little notebook and I take down notes, and I tend to review those notes. I mean, it's just bullet points, but it's important bullet points, part of the learning process. 5, you got to be keeping track of your ideas, and it's a lot easier now, especially with tools like Monday and Asana. I'm a big fan of Asana. You can organize your ideas, keep track of your ideas, your planning there, your to-do list. Everything happens on Asana, and it's quite cool because it's a phone app. It's It's a web-based app where you can track stuff and makes life a lot easier in terms of becoming an idea generation machine. So make sure you're taking notes of these ideas that you come up with, whether you're not using a platform like Asana or Monday. The good old notebook, write them down, keep them safe, keep them handy, and make sure you're referring back to them. You expanding on those ideas that you come up with and knocking things off that to-do list. All right, so that's a quick episode of the Digital Marketing Masters podcast. A bit off topic today, but it's nice to keep things fresh every once in a while. So this is me, Yolanda, signing off until next week on the Digital Marketing Masters podcast.